Hi everyone, my name is Jen Ruge and I manage the medicinal plant gardens for Weleda UK in Derbyshire. It's an exciting time now. We've just had the warmest spell of the year and we're in for some thunderstorms today, but that's okay. And at Weleda we've just completed our biggest harvest, the calendulas, the marigold. We've almost harvested a ton of fresh plant material and made it into tinctures. There's still a lot more to come, but that's always good to get them in. Because if you work here, you not only cultivate, grow medicinal plants and harvest them. At Weleda UK, us gardeners, we also go into the production facility and we actually make the fresh plant tinctures and we dry some plants as well. So it's a really versatile environment. Now, this year, I am walking you through the planting and sowing calendar by Maria Toon. And we're going to have a look at what August will have in store for us now. August is a bountiful time where we harvest the fruits of our labor. And with regards to harvesting, it's really worth paying attention to the time of the ascending moon. You can see it in this nighttime sky actually, because the moon appears to get higher and higher in the sky, but also you can find it really easily in the calendar. You'll see here in August, there's a bar on this side which says Southern Transplanting Time. And that actually refers to the ascending moon in the northern hemisphere. And why is that a good time for harvesting? Because the sap is more enlivened in the upper parts of the plant. So that means if you harvest fruits, particularly during that time period, they tend to last longer. If you cut flowers during that time, they tend to stay fresh longer. It's also a really good time to take cuttings for graftings later on. So check that out. August is also a time where seed collection is on the radar. So at Weleda we've collected a lot of our own chamomile seeds, sage, primulas, and there is a lot more to come. So it's a topic I just want to quickly talk about because you can also use the calendar for optimum performance. So obviously saving seeds from your own garden or your own allotment is a really simple and cost-effective, simple step to create that self-sustaining cycle of fertility, which is at the core of biodynamic gardening. The other thing is, if you start collecting seeds from your own plants, which are used to the growing conditions in your garden or your allotment, the plants that will grow from these seeds tend to perform better over time. So it's another really good incentive to start your own seed collection. The only thing to be aware of is not to use F1 seeds or F1 hybrids. Use open pollinated or heritage seeds to start with and collect seeds only from those plants. And the other thing in line with the calendar is, if you have a look at August, it actually mentions it at the bottom here, where there's also really useful advice. If you have plants that you want to collect seeds from, and they are root plants like carrots for instance, you would do that during root times. You would collect fruiting plants during fruit times, leafy plants during leaf times, etc. And that will create even better plants going forward. Now, yarrow, one of the 6 biodynamic compost preparations, is also one to look out for in August if you want to collect, dry and store your own yarrow flowers to make the biodynamic preparation. With yarrow, we're looking for more maturity in the flowers. So when you collect it, you have to wait until the flower heads in each clusters have opened up and maybe even some seeds have formed. And then it's ready to be harvested and dried. Now, the Maria Toon calendar recommends to cut the yarrow florets during fruit times in the early morning after August 15th. So if you're looking at the second half of August in the calendar, you'll find there are quite a few fruit times which are indicated by the red bars on the calendar. Thank you for joining me for looking at the Maria Toon Biodynamic Planting and Sowing Calendar and taking into account the bigger picture when growing fruit and vegetables and especially harvesting. Now, this year, 2024, is also the celebration of 100 years of biodynamics. So there are lots of exciting events, both on farms, but also in other places happening. So worth checking out the website of the BDA, the Biodynamic Association in the UK, and join one of them if you're interested. Until next time, bye bye.